I'm hoping while you were out and about, you saw all kinds of flags waving today, because today is indeed Flag Day. To talk to you about the meaning of Flag Day and ways that you can honor the American flag, we're joined by Guilford County's Register of Deeds, Jeff Thigpen. He's also taking your questions about vital records, marriage licenses, name changes, and more, because that's what the Register of Deeds deals with all the time. You can start texting us your questions. The number is on the screen, 336-379-5775. All questions are answered in real time and anonymous, so you can ask your question, and you know what? No one is even going to know that it was you that asked the question. Hey, Jeff, let's start with Flag Day, and let's talk about why we recognize Flag Day.
You know, we recognize Flag Day because it is a symbol of who we are as Americans. It's when it got started back in 1777. They started by having a resolution to try to get a national flag, and it was a way to try to bring us all together as we were dealing with a revolution and building a country. I think today we celebrate Flag Day in order not just to remember the actual flag, but what it symbolizes. It's about the fact that we're a force for good in the world, the idea that we're a country that is a democracy and believes in the Constitution and rule of law, that we believe in community, and that we have an obligation as individuals to be a part of a nation that grows itself. And so that's part of what over hundreds of years has brought us together, so that we can hoist up the flag and go outside, wave it around, have fun. Downtown Greensboro, a bunch of flags down here tonight. So if you want to come by and see them, drive down here and take a look.
Oh, very cool. Or eat outside. It's a nice day, right? And walk along and see all those flags. All right. Around this time of year, not only do you see a lot of flags, but you see a lot of people wearing flag apparel. And some people even just wearing the flag. And so that always brings it up for conversation. Is it legal for that to happen?
Well, the term legal is a trap door when it comes to the flag code. The flag code was created in terms of helping us have standards and etiquette and customs around how we respect and care for our flag. We get into situations where people make a lot of value oriented judgments about the flag. I think this week in Washington there was a big hoodoo about the American flag with the pride flag, and people have had to consult the flag code and say, well, is this consistent with the flag code or is it not? And while we're doing that, we also have to look at our flag napkins and our flag coats and, country singers, American flag guitars, and all of them in many cases violate the standards and the customs of the flag code. So,
but it's not illegal. It just violates the customs and the standards.
That's right. Okay. And nobody's going to come and arrest anyone. And the rule of thumb is let's all care and respect the flag and do things that we would all want to be proud of as Americans with each other. So, let our flags fly, but don't get too freaky about it. Let's celebrate with one another and know that we're a country from many one, and celebrate in that spirit.
Okay. All right. So flags actually need to be retired. So what is that, and when and why does it happen?
Yeah, when flags get worn and tattered, the flag code actually has some guidelines that are put forth that allows us to collect them. And as we'll talk about, we have locations where we can collect them. We have a partnership with several organizations locally where we go through a ceremony of flag retirement, and at the end, the flags are burned. And yes, we are burning flags, but we're doing it consistent with the flag code and consistent with a respectful retirement of our nation's iconic symbol.
All right. This next piece is something that's near and dear to my heart because I did a story on him. Lance Corporal Christopher Phoenix Jacob Levy. You have his flag retirement initiative named after him. Let's talk about who he was and why the initiative is named after him.
Oh, he was just an outstanding young man who served in the United States Marine Corps. He lost his life in Afghanistan in December of 2011. Uh, when he died, the story around when he died was when he was wounded. He had he had a extremely diverse number of people around him. They were white and black, and they were Christian and Muslim, and they worked to try to revive him and take care of him. He was also an organ donor, and he's Native American. So he ended up, on the one hand, helping donate his organs to seven people. And as well, his mom says regularly that he has a very long name, and each part of that name stands for family and culture. And so we believe Jacob is an outstanding representation of what we believe the United States flag is all about and who we are as Americans. So we're very proud to have his name attached to this flag retirement program.
Yeah, I still have a picture of him up in my office from all those years ago. Where can people dispose of their American flags in Guilford County?
There are a number of locations. I think the VFW has some. We have two locations in Greensboro, 201 West Market Street in downtown in the Truist Building. We also have a location in High Point at our Russell Street location, the DSS building over there. So we have those two locations. It's very quick and easy. They can come to the door, give us our flags. And when I mention our community partners, I want to give a shout out to Scout Troop 600 at Oak Ridge, who's retired 3,000 flags over the last year. And they do incredible flag retirement ceremonies. They connect them to people who have served and or stories that have inspired us. And so we look forward to continuing working with them.
That's really cool. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll have your questions when we come back.